Words are things we use to convey ideas, but at times the same word may convey different ideas. Sometimes these ideas are completely different, like the colloquial theory versus a scientific theory, or sometimes they are along the same lines, like the various definitions of atheism. It can be important to stipulate what you mean in conversation or accept your discussion partner's definition for the course of said conversation. I may well use the word cheese to refer to milk that has gone through the process of acidifying, curdling, processing, etc. to make the block known as cheese, but let's say you use cheese to refer to any milk that has been curdled. It's more inclusive. All types of curdled milk are now cheese. It's not exactly wrong, as the cheese I am referring to is made from curdled milk, but it isn't as specific. Milk can curdle in a few different ways, and the process of making cheese is a bit more complex than simple curdling. There are more accurate ways to describe cheese than curdled milk. In fact, when we get to cheese, there are even specific types of cheese we can have that have taken different processes to get there. Of course, you might say at this point that for the type of cheese I refer to cheese, or cheese in the classical or normative sense, they use a modifier such as block cheese or positive cheese, a subcategory of cheese, or even a new word entirely like anti-milk. But this seems silly to me when there already is a word for cheese, and now because they want to define curdled milk as cheese, they've made it unclear exactly what they're talking about unless they use these additional modifiers. If the purpose of language is to convey ideas, then it would seem that concise labels do this more effectively. Simply referring to all forms of curdled milk as cheese, when cheese is already a very specific thing, and then having to add a modifier to cheese so we know what we're talking about, seems to really overcomplicate the matter. Even if on the internet it became popular to refer to curdled milk as cheese, that wouldn't be how most of the world viewed cheese. They wouldn't change the recipe for various cheeses and stop it at the curdling stage, nor would they rebrand the whole process as making it explicit cheese or something like that. If people want to refer to curdled milk as cheese, then that's fine to an extent, as long as they are aware there are other uses and they should stipulate their use before discussing cheese. They would also be wrong to say other definitions of cheese are wrong because of their preferred use. All in all, I really want some cheese now.